Welcome back.
Ta-da! Look who it is.
I've been gone for a while. I know. No excuse. So on the Big Brother feeds, we have a lot to talk about. But I'm going to try to get through these very quickly because I've been gone for a long time and I don't want to take up a lot of your time. So hit the like and subscribe button as the intro plays. All right, since I've been gone, what has happened here? Let's see what's happened here. We've had noms. Lauren nominated. Will, weak nomination. Kelly, everybody hates Kelly and wants her out. And Keanu, everybody hates Keanu and wants him out. So, but what has happened since these nominations is the POV competition. And who took themselves off the block?
Conga kid. And there they go.
Coming in with a mohawk, a faux hawk, and some very loose locks that makes me think that he had to really work hard to get these locks because he has fine hair. What ethnicity is Keanu? Does anybody know? What is he? Somebody drop into the comments and tell me what ethnicity Keanu is. You know I'm preoccupied with race and ethnicity and, all that stuff. So somebody tell me, what ethnicity is Keanu?
Toma un comba conmigo.
However, that being said, Keanu won the POV since I gave it away. So that leaves Lauren, who has been struggling throughout this whole HOH to make decisions.
It's just hard, I know.
And Zach and Vinny have been trying to make the decision for her, but not making the decision for her, but coming in, staying, like staying in the room, staying on her the whole time, trying to make sure she doesn't make the wrong decision, as in the decision they don't want her to make.
Well, I don't want people... What do I do? Somebody tell me what to do, because I don't know what to do.
They're trying to make sure she didn't make that wrong decision.
What? And now all the girls think that.
But do you want them to believe that? And then they're just like...
Well, now at this point, they're going to think that I'm working with Keanu. And you know what I mean?
If it helps, there was a few people that I was having conversations with in passing, and people like Morgan, they're not going to put you up either way. I don't know if that's the threat of some sort. Maybe we shouldn't use that word because it's kind of harsh, but if you put Ashley up, then this many people are going to be gunning for you. They're not gunning for you either way. They were never going to. It was an easy offer because they're not going to, one way or the other. They're not going to put you up. They have bigger targets.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that.
I think the girls think that if I put up Ashley, then I'm aligned with...
I heard her say
she's been struggling. She's been having little breakdowns, little crying sessions. Lauren is the quintessential, hey girl, just go in there and cry. They'll give you what you want. Just go in there and cry. She's a nice girl. I'm not going to say that she's deliberately using her feminine wiles to get over, because she doesn't want to make a decision. She doesn't want anybody mad at her, is what I believe. A lot of women suffer from that. They don't want people to be mad at them. So they play nice, or they let things go, or, they just go along to get along so they don't ruffle any feathers. But
Joke's on you.
Guess what? I might be wrong about Lauren, because though people were coming to her, putting Ashley's name in her ear as a renom, putting her, they were coming with Adrian and Ashley. The house doesn't really like Ashley. That's a given. From day one, Ashley's name was tainted. That long shower basically put a bad taste in everybody's mouth, particularly Catherine. So Ashley, she has loose lips, which what loose lips do.
Loose lips sink ships. Hallelujah. And the looser the lips are, the faster the ship sinks.
And she also is very blunt. So people don't like that. Even Zach has said that, things I might say gets back. So, and Vinny really wants Ashley out because he's been gunning for her since that week one when he was HOH because he didn't think she trusted him. So he's been gunning for her. But everybody's been gunning for her. And Keanu, who took himself off the block, is actually gunning for Ashley. And he wants to make it seem like it was his idea to take down Ashley.
Tell Vinny what you said, Keanu, like your thought about the whole Keanu situation.
I told you the thing about the Keanu thing, how he would take the fall.
Yeah,
now he's taking the fall either way. He said that the whole master plan was for me to put him on the block so that I can backdoor Ashley. And that he's taking over my HOH.
So I think that is what sealed the deal for Lauren. So Lauren decided, who is she going to renominate? Let me just give you a hint. This guy made a BB wall in his house. This guy has probably the worst social game, but he thinks he's, in the game now socially. Yeah, you guessed it. It's Adrian. Lauren finally took a stand and went against Zach and Vinny and nominated Adrian because I think Lauren fears Rachel and the girls' side more than she fears the guys' side. Now, mind you, she's been working closer with the guys, and they've been telling Lauren, you're at the bottom of the girls' alliance, but, I think Lauren did not want an enemy or did not want any smoke from Ashley and Rachel for the rest of the week until eviction night. Because, Ashley is good to convince. Because even Lauren said, Ashley kind of just has a way of telling me, what to say. So she nominated Adrian. Adrian's on the block. And guess what? Will's kind of giving up. I can't stand a quitter. Will doesn't like the discomfort of being on a block or being put on a block every week. Because, I'm the old dude in the house and I don't really relate to young people. But he's not I don't think he's making the strongest effort to, integrate with these people. So Will is uncomfortable. Anyhow, guess who's in probably, I think, the best position in the house? And I didn't expect to like this person. If you go back and watch my first response or first reaction to the cast, I was like, this person is corny. This person is really going to bother me or annoy me. But it's Ava. Ava, the New Yorker, the aura reader who draws on the streets of New York. She is in the best position in the house, and she is very delightful to watch.
Two of them are on the block. Only 5 of us, and 2 of them are on the block, so...
Exactly.
I'm imagining they're pretty fucking pissed.
Yeah, Adrian's pretty upset. I still don't think that he's the type that, gets vengeful and wants to turn around and immediately, target Lauren by any means. Mm-hmm. But I know he wants to win the blockbuster and win HOH, and then be able to make his decisions for himself.
I mean, if I was Adrian, I'd put Lauren on the block. No offense, I wouldn't put her up on the block. But yeah, if I was in that fucking alliance, and then 2 people from that alliance were on the block, that's definitely a choice. But, whatever. The fuck? Listen, I said to Lauren, I said, you know what, you kept me safe. You have my loyalty. I'm not going to put you up on the block. But I said, if you put 2 people up from the alliance, well, it's not an alliance anymore. It's more of a...
I hate that.
You haven't been able to talk to her right after, have you?
No, there's nothing for me to say. What the hell am I going to say? It's done.
No.
What the fuck am I supposed to say? All I can say to her is, listen, you did your job. You did what you thought was best. Thanks for keeping me safe. And that's it. What else is there to fucking say?
Yeah.
Is there something to, you know what I'm saying? Is there something to add?
You can't make anything better.
And it's what's the point of, is Adrian going to go around and talk about the alliance?
No, I don't think he will.
But I'm saying, or will? Who knows?
I don't think so.
And, she realized that her alliance, the Bond alliance, was a defunct alliance. She realized that because 2 of the alliance are on the block, that being Will and Adrian. So she realized that alliance was no more. And what's been funny to me for pretty much the whole time is how this this unemployed slacker who lives with his parents. Mind you, I don't see anything wrong with living with your parents, especially if, one of them dies and you don't want one to be at home alone. And you just care, and she's kind of elderly, so it's okay to live with sell your condo and move back in with your parents, but just know you're not gonna have much privacy. But this isn't about me. This is about the slacker who is running the game, the slacker who is unemployed, the slacker who looks like Gallagher's son.
It works at the root of your problem. You're an animal.
Is running the game, and I'm glad that I think people are finally starting to catch on. I'm talking about Vinny. It's like he thinks, you gotta check in with me. Like he was telling Ava, hey, is there anything you want to, check in, talk to me about, and run by me? And she's like, no. Like Vinny really thinks he's running this game. But guess who was getting her scalp greased? By Adrian. Mickey. Mickey and Adrian have been having intimate conversations. They were talking about prayer and what are you doing this for? And Adrian said, of course, he's doing it for his family. As everybody who needs money, you're doing it for your family, right? So Mickey was trying to show Adrian how to grease her scalp. That is very much so. And she even said this is a cultural moment. That is very much so a Black thing to get your scalp greased. Although my scalp has always been pretty oily. So, but that's very much so a Black thing. They even have paintings with that. So she was teaching Adrian how to do that. But in walks who? Is Jimmy. Jimmy was appalled that I guess he was the scalp greaser and now he's been replaced by Adrian. But that was just something that happened. Anyhow, I'll try to be more consistent. Drop into the comments and like and subscribe.